UFOs and extraterrestrial aliens are associated with the afterlife, near death experiences, and another dimension. The researcher claims, after such a long time, some people understood this, although completely superficially, and that if you do not learn to distinguish evil from good, even their relatives on earth are doomed, even if they have taken the path of evil and have become one with its tribes. Unfortunately, one who realizes that the subject has other implications is Leslie Keane, this woman here on the left, known for extensive research on UFOs. And she talks about the multifaceted nature of these encounters in a podcast with Chris Letho. And according to Leslie, there are two distinct aspects of the UFO phenomenon. The first is the physical aspect involving UFOs detected on radar and approached by the military in a traditional manner. However, it also highlights the second, more puzzling layer of UFO experiences. Leslie told Letho that she is increasingly convinced that there is a connection between the paranormal, near-death experiences, and unexplained sightings, the more paranormal elements of the UFO phenomenon seeming to have something to do with what people describe in near-miss experiences, near-death, and other types of activities that take place in terms of the anomalous experiences people have related to consciousness. And Leslie speculates that there may be a connection between UFOs and some form of alternate dimension that exists beyond the limits of our five senses. This dimension, she says, may overlap with our own, providing a possible explanation for the mysterious and often inexplicable aspects of UFO phenomena. The connection between the paranormal and UFOs leads us to Skinwalker Ranch. In 2007, James Lakatsky, a scientist at the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, became interested in Skinwalker Ranch in Utah. His visit to the ranch led him to believe in the existence of paranormal phenomena, including UFOs, ghosts, and monsters as well. He shared his experience with Nevada Senator Harry Reid, leading to the creation of AAWSAP. In 2017, Leslie published a story in the New York Times about misanthropists, whom she apparently does not know anything about, although they are related to UFOs in a bad way and are intrusions here, about a Pentagon UFO program called ATIP, making no mention of AAWSAP or its paranormal investigations. This led to public interest in UFOs, but according to former AAWSAP sponsor Colm Kelleher, the true story was largely hidden. Some have even briefed Congress on UFO-related matters, causing an uproar among elected officials and the media. Jay Stratton, an AAWSAP Skinwalker Ranch graduate, provided UFO information to a Pentagon press office and headed a Pentagon UFO task force during the Trump administration. Leslie says it's a shame the whole area of the paranormal got a bad rap because so many scammers got involved, and similarly the number of false UFO sightings has led scientists to not take the reports as seriously as they should. He says more investigation of both phenomena is needed to understand exactly what's going on. He added that there are significant UFO reports, such as the sighting in Stephenville, Texas in 2008, that urgently needed to be re-examined. Leslie says that right now UFO research is taken more seriously than it has been in decades, but scientific research into life after death is largely ignored. She said, I think people need to know that the Bigelow Institute for Consciousness Studies, BICS, which was formed by Robert Bigelow, is doing research on all these questions, she said. The ranch gained notoriety in the 1990s when it was purchased by Mr. Bigelow, who funded a series of studies into the phenomena reported at the ranch. Some people believe that the ranch is a hotspot for extraterrestrial activity. In an interview with award-winning journalist George Knapp, Bigelow shared his personal experience that sparked his interest in the afterlife, as well as UFOs. He talked about possible links between consciousness research and UFOs. He also spoke about the dangers of trying to establish communications with the unknown. And that's what I've mostly done, except for the Skinwalker Ranch for 20 years, as the space world has been huge in my life to pursue the classic way of using rockets to get you there. We did not expect this to happen. This is the Holy Grail, and it's different from the second Holy Grail. There's some part of your consciousness that survives your physical death, and that's a huge story, he said. Be careful what you wish for. So, at first glance, the communication sounds great, and this is, by the way, has been tested at the Oracle of Delphi. So this is not through electronics and using some kind of electric device to try to have some kind of communication. And you know that communications can be on all different kinds of levels. There can be communications that you just makes you aware. Bigelow's research team, led by Colm Kelleher, the Institute's scientific director and biochemist, documented their own paranormal events, according to a 2005 book, Hunt for the Skinwalker, by Drs. Kelleher and Knapp. Bigelow said he saw interdimensional forces at play through portals at some paranormal hotspots like Skinwalker, but he also said that he visited the ranch often without experiencing the kind of chilling events that others have reported, as if some intelligence selected the people. In the context of Mormonism, the concept of multiple dimensions of reality separated by a spiritual fabric known as the veil is essential, and these dimensions, there are worlds inhabited by humans who are aliens to Earth. Travel between these dimensions is considered possible through the power of God or through the power of Satan. David Grush, a popular UFO whistleblower, claimed that in 1945, the United States intercepted a mysterious craft that was originally recovered by Mussolini's forces in Italy in 1933, from the fascists, that is. So he was hanged by the Democrats to prevent contact with God, sending the image like the Germans, but the people have not taken anything for granted and everything they fear from the misanthropes. So, as proof of this amazing fact, Grush presented a handwritten Italian note that contained small drawings at the bottom. What made this revelation even more interesting was the implied involvement of the Vatican, suggesting that the evil religious cabal not only knew about the existence of extraterrestrial aliens, but was actually actively involved in suppressing this information. Grush made claims stating that these entities could be extraterrestrial or interdimensional, or possibly both. Astronomer and UFO researcher Jacques Vallée states that UFOs and related paranormal events involve visitations from other realities or dimensions. The idea suggests that these alternative realities exist separately but alongside our own. In their 1975 book, The Edge of Reality, Vallée and Hynek explored the possibility of what they called entangled universes. What I'd like to know is why they don't ask the Native Americans about what was going on there. All this is, of course, the area of Utah. And Skinwalker, of course, the Native Americans do have what they call, quote-unquote, skinwalkers. So what does that mean? Why don't they talk to the shamans of the Native Americans to find out what their past legends and experiences have could input into what is going on there? Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.